During this sunset, we got our first look at our Tampa Bay shoreline after this whole neighborhood was part of a mandatory evacuation for Hurricane Idalia. Even though the news reported no major damage in Tampa, that didn't mean our boardwalk, pagoda, or landscape would still look the same. Let's discover what changed.
This is Owl's Relaxation. We create scenic and relaxing videos. We hope to earn your subscription today. This video is sponsored by people like you. We'll explain later.
This is the first look back after Hurricane Idalia. Surprisingly, nothing was affected on this boardwalk. But we can see actually below, in this zone, that this is the extent, this edge here, of where I think the water and the debris went. It like stopped in the bushes right there because the bushes got too thick.
In the forest, I can actually see several pieces of trash that weren't there before, but I don't see anything else looking different.
Nothing got damaged. The pagoda is still there. And thankfully, despite being right on the water and also being in an evacuation zone,
I think the only change is the trash.
Pause right there. I'm editing this video now 8 months later, and all of the hurricane trash is still there. I've asked our property management staff to host a volunteer cleanup event, and they wanted to, but then found out they're not allowed to for insurance reasons. If you know how to safely get the trash out of this mangrove forest, please let me know. Note the only way to get in there is through the stairs at the end of this walkway. In fact, this tree is only in the way because it just rained really heavily a minute ago, not part of the hurricane. It's now like 3 days after the hurricane. But this is the first time back filming. So, looks like we might get a bit of a sunset tonight. You can also see here, the highest extent of the water was just that second step from the bottom, which is really hardly anything more than high tide. The big problem was we had a king tide at the same time as the hurricane, and it was the highest king tide of the year from a full moon. And so that made everybody think that we are going to get inundated with a flood and storm surge, but it did not in fact happen here at this particular location. There were some river inlets in other parts of the Tampa Bay area that did experience a little flooding, and some houses did get a bit of flooding, but it was nothing catastrophic in the Tampa area. If you go a little beyond the Tampa area though, it was catastrophic. It's a nice ibis there. So today what we've got on the sunset, it looks like we've got a nice glow starting. Good variation of clouds that could catch color later. But also the sun could get covered and we might end up with nothing. So who knows? I'm really enjoying this area in the center where it's framed with like a rain curtain on the left and just dark clouds on the other three sides with a bit of a glow of the sunset in the middle. It's pretty cool. These clouds are pretty nice. Good composition. Just a tiny bit of color in the middle and truly nothing on the right, just gray.
I want to tell you a true story. I've been using Fiverr as a buyer and seller since January 2018, over 6 years ago. The first thing I bought was an illustrator to draw an owl logo, which our Owl's Relaxation logo is based on. Over the years, I significantly revised their original design, but I still consider that Fiverr logo the best $6 I've ever spent on my business. So if you need anything created for your business or personal use, you'll find plenty of affordable, quality freelancers for every task on Fiverr. Click our Fiverr affiliate link in the description below to discover all the types of freelancers you can hire on Fiverr. I recommend at least checking it out so you'll know what's possible. We're starting to get a nice vertical color with reflection. The high tide tonight is giving us a full range of reflection in the water, but there is... Actually, I don't even feel the wind, but you can see it creating the ripples on the water. Just gently. It's quite nice. This area is starting to look really cool, almost like a Halloween sunset with really dark, almost black clouds in part of it, and then that Halloween orange in the other part. And that cool rain curtain creating a wispy effect. And then actually to the side, we are getting a massive shadow ray. That big blue beam there just extends through the whole sky. That would be one of those dark clouds casting that line, which is looking pretty cool. And there's a little bit of color now on the right, but still nothing else on the rest of that side. All the action is currently right there, looking pretty cool.
If you'd like to be an Owls insider, you need to subscribe to our email list, linked in the description below. It's the closest free thing to being our Patreon supporter.
Let's take a look at this horizon. Really black cloud right there, looking pretty cool. Still nothing further to the right. Really nothing up above either. But that rain curtain is clearing up, and that dark shadow ray is still being cast all the way to the left. But as you can see, we've just got this big gray cloud up above, and not much else going on there. And then just that solid gray cloud to the right. So everything cool is happening kind of to the left of center, right here.
Let's connect on social media. Links are in the description.
This wide-angle shot really shows everything of interest today. I think that was a bat actually right there. But there's really nothing happening outside of the wide-angle view tonight. We've got these awesome dark clouds on the right, this nice glowy orange in the center, and just kind of medium gray everywhere else. And it's definitely giving me Halloween vibes. Ooh, 2 bats right in front of the camera. And the bugs are coming out now. Not nearly as bad as they have been. Perhaps because of the high tide, or because it rained pretty hard like an hour before sunset. That definitely creates these dark, moody sunsets when you get that storm not too far before the sun goes down. And then you get that clearing. Creates lots of interest, and you never know what you're going to get. It could be nothing, and it could be spectacular, or it could be like tonight, I would say, is just kind of an average sunset for this location. It's unique, but definitely I wouldn't call it spectacular personally. One thing I've noticed as a benefit of the hurricane is our algae situation has been pretty much wiped out. It's getting a bit dark to see, but there's really no algae floating anymore. It's like that storm surge and hurricane pretty much wiped it out from this area. And if anything, maybe it just pushed it further into the woods behind us, because there is still a smell. It's not strong today, but it's there. This is looking pretty cool with the 4 dark clouds in the corners.
If you're enjoying this video, please let us know with a like and subscribe. These are quick, free ways to show your appreciation and tell YouTube this video deserves more views.
If you'd like to be notified every time we publish a new video, click the subscribed bell, then select All.
Another bat right there in front. This is by far the most bats I've ever seen while standing here. Started with one a few days ago, maybe a week ago, and today there's been like 5, 6. Actually more bats than any other bird, really, because there's like no birds otherwise. High tide tends to do that. There's yet another bat. But yeah, low tide brings the birds out. High tide, it's too tall for them to stand and get what they want out of the ground, so they just don't come. Although it's not completely high tide, because over here on the right, you can see the top of the little island that's off in there. But if it was really high tide, you wouldn't see any of that island at all. So it's definitely not the highest. But let's take a stock inventory of where we are right now. Never got any upper level color. And this lower level color has been pretty consistent. Those actually look like pelicans, those are so big. I'm not sure. Haven't really seen pelicans around here. But let's see, they're still out there. They're just kind of hovering. Where'd they go? Oh, they're going farther away and now I can't really make them out. Love that twinkling bridge. Look at it. Really stands out today in the darkness. Just get that twinkly color as the cars drive by.
If you'd like to see us create more and better videos like this, please consider helping us with a one-time tip on PayPal, Zelle, or Venmo, or a recurring donation on Patreon. Even just a few dollars helps us cover expenses, hire help, upgrade equipment, and dedicate more time to improving. Links are in the description below, or pause this video and scan a QR code. It's people like you who keep us going, so thank you for your support.
Right now I'm really enjoying this composition. There's this nice balance of these long horizontal black clouds sandwiching that nice orange horizon glow. Very different sunset today. I enjoyed it, and I hope you did too.
So which part was your favorite? Please let us know in the comments. Thanks again to each person who supports us, especially our angel investor Patreon supporters. Learn how to get your name in these credits at our Patreon link in the description. We recommend you watch this video next.